Anarcho-Capitalist Japan, a genius idea only trumped conceptually by mods like the Sonic mod or Equestria at War, and inspired of course by my Ancap America mod, which is still going to release someday. And to make things more interesting, some other random ideas from the last video were added, namely give Japan an option to coup Italy and put Mario in charge, Cat Girls, and Samurai Jack. And the theme for version 7 will be good guys, so I don't know. Leave whatever comments that work with that somehow down below, and maybe it'll get added to version 7. So yes, this mod adds an addition to the democratic focus tree for Japan, which the democratic focus tree for Japan is iconically bad and ruins Japan. If you do that path, you practically lose your status as a major country. You can't do anything against China or anybody, and you're incredibly weak. It's the worst focus tree, almost, and today we fixed that quite a bit. I do feel really bad though for anyone who's unironically played as Democratic Japan in vanilla HOI4. That's gotta be rough. I don't know how you did it. You're stronger than I am. And here we go, democratic opposition forming in the shadows. It's exciting. Democratic takeover is imminent. And here we are. We've contacted some American investors, and we are now the Free Japanese Businesses, led by Hirohito still. He just has a nice Monopoly Man top hat to complement his new ideology, and we have no stability because he's not the emperor anymore. He's just the democratically elected businessman representative of the Free Japanese Businesses. Of course, we will soon be freeing the companies, but for now we're united. And here we are, the companies have been freed. We have Mitsubishi in the north, Nissan in the south, Nintendo, of course, that they're free. We may get another one later on too, but yeah, the rest of the businesses are just all incorporated into the Free Japanese Businesses. Unfortunately, by doing that, we lose a few factories, but it's really nothing much, and everything's accounted for by Hirohito's legendary businessman traits. So now we'll do our first major scheme and support Chinese business. It basically is just the, Marco Polo Bridge incident, but, we can support Chinese businesses and maybe get a few cores. So we'll see how that goes. And yes, China was nice, and they accepted our terms and gave us all this land. So that's very kind of them. Usually, if we were democratic and we did something like this, we would kind of be screwed. But I did add a decision to let us declare on China once the truce is over, so they'll have some time to consolidate and get everybody else on their side, and then we can fight them. But we have all this land now, and it's very easy to invade them once you have all this here. This makes perfect sense. We are now in a faction with Xinjiang. They may be communist, but they, I guess we have a mutual enemy, China here. Us NCOMs and ANCAPs must come together to defeat the authoritarians. Yeah, very interesting scenario. China did unite a lot of the other Chinas though, and these guys are a puppet of them, so they're pretty strong, kind of. I keep forgetting how easy this war is in vanilla on ahistorical. This technically isn't vanilla, but it's pretty much the vanilla war. I didn't really do anything to make us overpowered, I don't think, at least until later. After we cap China, then we'll get into the cool stuff like forming the West Europa Trade Company, but that's being saved for later on. And good, that was a very fast China war, which is ideal because Manchukuo did decide to do their independence path, so we will have to re-invade them and re-puppet them and force them to go down the other path, which is always a fun thing to do, I guess. Okay, and this should be a rather simple war here. if you're playing as Manchukuo and you're the fighting AI Japan, it's kind of hard, but if you're playing as Japan and fighting Manchukuo while you're not in a war with China, it's a little easy. Yeah, we'll also do one of our new decisions and integrate Chinese businesses, get some cores in China in about a year. Yeah, and now instead of reinstating Manchukuo, we have the Republic of China, but they only own Manchuria. They don't actually own anything in China, but they are China. And this may be the most historical starting war ever on a historical. It's August 25th, 1939, and Germany's invading Poland. Italy's not in their faction, but that's really the only weird thing that's going on over in Europe. Besides, I guess, the UK decolonizing, but they're still democratic. And you know, since they're pirates after all, we have a great opportunity to purchase the pirate lands from the pirates. They don't need them too much, I'm sure, and if we pay them off, anything's possible. It'll be nice to own this real estate here, though, to potentially invade the UK from, since they are our primary rival besides the US in the Pacific here. America's stability is also low enough that we can conspire with American investors now, offer the companies that gave us power in Japan the power to take over America, maybe. And here it is. A war in America, and the great Henry Ford has risen. They're a puppet of us, so we will send them some help so they can win their civil war. The communists start more powerful than they do, but with the help of the entire Japanese army, they should be able to win. Yeah, they even control Panama, so that's nice. We'll send another army over there, just in case. Okay, and now we will start making rocket artillery, every capitalist's greatest weapon. And we've restored America. America's all nice and wholesome and in one piece. We also own Brittany now. We bought it from the pirates, so we could use that to invade the UK and then end this war, but we would practically get no war score from doing that. I think we need to do it anyway. It's really the only thing we can do, and then we can team up with the Soviets to take out Germany. Okay, here we go into Britain. We have the US on our side, but now we must defeat them and become the one true democratic faction. Okay, so with the peace deal, we have formed the West Europa Trade Company as cores on all of Western Europe, so we will try to give it all of its cores back. Canada is now a puppet of Italy. Quebec is a puppet of Germany, which is interesting. That's a fun dynamic. These countries are gonna have the weirdest cultures ever, but I guess maybe not for long once we invade them with the help of our American puppet. We're just waiting for the Germans to declare war on the Soviets, and then we can get started. It'll be a very interesting war with the West Pacific Treaty Organization and the Comintern attacking the Axis. And the Axis do still own all of Southeast Asia, so we will still have to invade all this stuff like normal. Oh, and here we go. This time around, they won't be too much of a problem, considering that they only have this one island, and we already took China, so we should be fine. And here are the two sides, the two factions, us and the Comintern versus the Axis, and it's time for us to declare so that the Germans don't just roll over the Soviets. We have some amazing mechanized rocket artillery divisions that'll hopefully win us the day. We don't have tanks, but I think we should be okay. And Vichy France joined us instead of the Axis because the Spanish declared on them. That's very good. That's a very good move from Spain. That brings us so close to being able to take Rome and instate Mario as the true leader of Italy. Okay, Spain is gone. We are cleaning things up here. We'll soon be able to get our navy into the Mediterranean, and then we can use our navy to invade Rome, and then that should end things. And here, perfect. The Republic of Italy is now a puppet of Nintendo. That's good. This is the best ending. Anyways, I think that's it for version 6, it was another interesting war, a lot like version 5's war. Lots of cool scenarios, I guess. Maybe this is just a result of me not playing vanilla enough and then thinking everything is cool when I actually play a kind of vanilla thing, but anyways, I guess I'll see you guys next time. There'll be some other stuff. It might be a little while before the next version, but I promise it'll come out, so I guess just stay in tune for that.